General Hospital will reveal about the latest revelations about General Hospital have sparked intense discussion among fans as Jason, a long-time and familiar character in the show's universe, unexpectedly takes on the role of a father once again at a stage in life where such a responsibility raises questions about plausibility. This development has left viewers questioning whether the storyline remains consistent with the character's evolution and whether Jason's new role aligns with the current direction of the series. Throughout the years, Jason has been portrayed as a symbol of strength, loyalty, and unwavering dedication to those he loves. He has built a reputation as a fearless protector in a world filled with danger, betrayal, and shifting alliances. However, his decision to step in and help Sasha raise her child, despite Michael being the biological father, has raised eyebrows among fans. Why would Jason, a man who has already lived through countless personal struggles and losses, suddenly choose to immerse himself in the challenges of caring for an infant? The choice to place Jason in this unexpected fatherly role introduces questions of logic and realism, particularly given that he is now in his 50s. While he remains physically capable and emotionally resilient, the demands of raising a newborn present challenges that may not align with his established character. Is this a well-thought-out decision by the writers, or merely a means to inject new conflict into the storyline? Furthermore, his involvement in Sasha's life could significantly impact Michael, who may not welcome the idea of another man stepping in to fill such a vital role in his child's upbringing. This storyline opens multiple potential avenues for future development within General Hospital, yet it also necessitates careful execution. If not handled properly, this narrative choice could weaken the character's believability, making it difficult for audiences to accept. However, if the writers navigate it skillfully, this arc could offer a fresh perspective on Jason, allowing him to be seen not only as a formidable figure in times of crisis but also as a man willing to embrace new responsibilities, regardless of how unexpected or challenging they may be. According to recent statements from Steve Burton, he has faced a significant amount of criticism regarding the plausibility of this storyline. Many fans believe that Jason should have been given a more age-appropriate direction rather than continuing to be drawn into plotlines that are typically reserved for younger characters. They argue that positioning Jason as an unwilling father figure to Sasha's child not only diminishes the integrity of his character but also makes the show feel increasingly unrealistic, even bordering on the absurd. While General Hospital has a long history of pushing dramatic boundaries, this particular development has left many viewers questioning whether the writers are struggling to find a meaningful purpose for Jason in the current narrative. Critics of the storyline have pointed out that Jason's legacy was built on his strength, resilience, and unwavering sense of loyalty, not on paternal instincts or sudden domestic responsibilities. Unlike the earlier years when he played a crucial role in raising Michael or navigating his complex relationship with Jake, this latest arc feels more like a forced attempt to keep Jason relevant rather than a natural evolution of his character. Fans have expressed frustration that rather than exploring a storyline that acknowledges Jason's maturity and years of experience, the show has instead placed him in a situation that feels out of place for a man who has already been through so much. Steve Burton has openly acknowledged that these reactions have affected him. While he remains deeply committed to the role of Jason, he admitted that hearing strong criticism about the character's trajectory can be disheartening. However, he also understands that passionate responses from the audience are inevitable when they feel that a character is being taken in a direction that doesn't align with their expectations. "I understand how they feel. I've been playing Jason for a long time, and I always want the character's storyline to develop in a way that makes sense. But as an actor, my job is to bring to life what the script requires and do my best to portray Jason as authentically as possible," Burton shared in a recent interview. Despite his willingness to embrace the material he is given, there is no denying that age is an unavoidable factor in how Jason is perceived by the audience. Burton has admitted that as he grows older, the physical demands of playing Jason have become more challenging. While he still delivers action-packed scenes with dedication, the reality is that the character's involvement in high-energy fights and intense stunts is no longer as seamless as it once was. The same can be said for emotionally driven storylines, especially those that require Jason to step into roles that no longer feel organic to his established persona. For some fans, the issue isn't just Jason's age but rather how the writers are choosing to use him in the show. Many argue that instead of placing him in this awkward parental role, there were far better ways to reintegrate him into the storyline. Whether that meant re-establishing his deep-rooted connections with Sunny, reintroducing him into the world of high-stakes crime and moral dilemmas, or even exploring unresolved relationships from his past, there were countless possibilities that could have offered a richer, more dynamic arc for the character. The ongoing debate about Jason's role in General Hospital is a testament to how deeply fans care about the show's legacy and character continuity. While some viewers are willing to see how the storyline plays out, others feel that this marks a misstep in the character's development. Ultimately, it remains to be seen whether the writers will adjust Jason's narrative based on fan feedback or whether they will continue down this controversial path. Regardless, one thing is certain: Jason's journey on General Hospital is far from over, and how the show chooses to handle his future will have a lasting impact on both the character and the audience's perception of him. Many fans have drawn comparisons between this situation and past storylines on General Hospital. When Michael was born, Sonny was in his early 30s, a reasonable age for a man to become a father. However, now that Jason is 55, the idea of him once again taking on the role of a father figure seems far less natural. While Sonny and Carly had a child later in life with the birth of Donna in 2019, it made sense within the narrative because they were a married couple welcoming a child together. But in Jason's case, the circumstances feel different. Having already raised children who are now adults, his sudden involvement in caring for a newborn does not carry the same narrative weight. Instead of adding depth to his character, it risks feeling forced and out of place within the larger arc of the show. The return of Jason in this capacity has prompted further debate among fans, as his role within General Hospital has long been centered around his resilience, unwavering loyalty, and willingness to protect those closest to him. However, this latest development shifts the focus from his action-driven persona to a more domestic and paternal role, something that, while not entirely out of character, feels unnecessary given his history. Wouldn't it make more sense for Jason to be involved in a high-stakes storyline that challenges his strengths rather than revisiting a chapter of his life that had seemingly been closed? Adding to the discussion, actor Steve Burton himself has acknowledged the challenges of portraying Jason at this stage in his career. He has admitted that age has inevitably affected his ability to fully embody the character, particularly in scenes requiring intense physicality, high-energy action sequences, and fast-paced stunt work. While Jason remains a formidable presence, Burton has recognized that certain aspects of the role, especially those that demand agility and endurance, have become more difficult with time. Beyond the physical challenges, Burton is also aware of the concerns raised by viewers regarding Jason's continued involvement in storylines centered around raising children. The character has already experienced these arcs in the past, and revisiting them now, decades later, could feel redundant rather than meaningful. While General Hospital has long been known for reinventing characters and finding ways to keep them relevant, this particular direction for Jason feels more like a retread of old ground rather than a fresh take on his evolution. Ultimately, Jason's return should serve a greater purpose within the fabric of the show's narrative. Instead of placing him in a paternal role that feels somewhat disconnected from the character fans have come to know, the writers have an opportunity to craft a storyline that better suits his strengths and history. Whether this means revisiting his ties to Sonny's organization, thrusting him into a new and dangerous rivalry, or exploring the psychological toll of his past, there are countless ways to utilize Jason without forcing him into a role that may no longer fit. The fan reaction to this storyline has been incredibly mixed, with passionate debates emerging across social media and fan forums. Many viewers feel that Jason taking on this responsibility is not only illogical but also forced, as if the writers are shoehorning him into a narrative that doesn't align with his character's natural progression. Why do they keep putting Jason in these situations? The story is becoming more unrealistic than ever, one fan expressed on social media. Others echoed similar concerns, arguing that the writers seem to be struggling to keep Jason at the center of the storyline without a clear or compelling direction for his character. While General Hospital has long been known for reinventing characters and finding ways to keep them relevant, this particular choice has left many questioning whether Jason's storyline is being handled with the depth and respect it deserves. Unlike past arcs where his involvement in a child's life made sense, such as his role in Michael's upbringing or his complex history with Jake, his sudden responsibility for Sasha's child feels disconnected from his established narrative. Fans have pointed out that this decision seems more like a convenient plot device rather than an organic development for Jason as a character. Given his history of action-packed, high-stakes storylines, some feel this shift towards domestic responsibility diminishes the essence of what made him compelling in the first place. The backlash hasn't been limited to just the storyline itself. A significant portion of the fanbase has also focused on actor Steve Burton's response to the growing criticism surrounding Jason's latest arc. The decision to have Jason unexpectedly step into a fatherly role at his age has sparked a wave of controversy, not only because of the character's history but also due to the realism, or lack thereof, of the situation. Some longtime fans have questioned whether Jason's continued presence in the show is being handled in a way that honors his past or if the writers are simply struggling to justify his return without a solid foundation. Burton, known for his deep connection to the role of Jason and his loyal following, has not been able to completely escape the scrutiny. While he remains dedicated to portraying the character, he has openly acknowledged the challenges that come with aging in a physically demanding role. In past interviews, he has admitted that action sequences, stunt-heavy scenes, and even some of the more physically intense moments have become increasingly difficult to perform. He also understands why fans are divided on Jason's new storyline. While he has expressed gratitude for the opportunity to continue playing such an iconic role, he has also recognized that the audience has valid concerns about whether the direction of Jason's character remains true to his legacy. The ongoing debate among fans highlights a broader issue within long-running soap operas: how to evolve beloved characters without alienating their established fanbase. While some appreciate the attempt to showcase a new side of Jason, others feel that it strips away the very essence of what made him an engaging character in the first place. Rather than reinventing Jason in a way that aligns with his past experiences and growth, some argue that the writers are placing him in a situation that feels disjointed and unrealistic. At its core, the controversy surrounding Jason's storyline is about more than just one plot twist. It represents a larger discussion about how soap operas navigate long-term character development, how they balance nostalgia with innovation, and whether certain characters can truly evolve without losing what made them iconic in the first place. As General Hospital moves forward, the challenge will be to find a way to honor Jason's past while ensuring his future on the show remains compelling, dynamic, and true to the character that fans have followed for decades. Whether this means adjusting the current storyline or taking Jason in an entirely new direction remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the debate over his role in General Hospital is far from over. Alongside the criticisms, there is also a strong wave of support from dedicated fans who continue to stand by Steve Burton. While many acknowledge the inconsistencies in the storyline, they believe that Burton's professionalism and unwavering dedication to his craft can elevate even the most questionable plotlines into something compelling and memorable. His deep understanding of Jason's character, along with his ability to bring emotional depth and nuance to the role, has earned him the loyalty of longtime viewers. Some fans argue that, despite the flaws in the writing, Burton's portrayal of Jason has always been the heart of the character, making him one of General Hospital's most enduring figures. He always brings so much depth to Jason, even when the story doesn't make complete sense. "I still believe he will do justice to this role," one supporter wrote on social media. Others have echoed similar sentiments, pointing out that Jason has been through countless dramatic shifts in his life, from amnesia to betrayals to life-and-death situations, and if anyone can navigate another unexpected development, it's Steve Burton. Beyond his acting ability, fans also appreciate the stability and consistency that Burton brings to General Hospital. Over the decades, he has become a comforting presence in a show filled with ever-changing storylines and cast members. His return to General Hospital was met with excitement, and for many viewers, simply having Jason back on screen outweighs concerns about the logic of the storyline. This might not be the best plot they've given Jason, but having Steve back in the role is enough for me. He is Jason, and no one else can play him like that, another fan commented. Despite the ongoing controversy, Steve Burton has remained positive and committed to his role. He understands that strong audience reactions, both good and bad, are an inherent part of being in the soap opera industry, where passionate fan engagement is the norm. Instead of being discouraged by the backlash, he has embraced it as a sign that people still care deeply about Jason and his place in the show. Burton has also emphasized that audience feedback, whether positive or negative, is something he values. The fans are the heartbeat of this show. Their passion is what keeps General Hospital going, and I respect that, he shared in a recent interview. He acknowledges that not every storyline will be universally loved, but he remains focused on delivering the best possible portrayal of Jason. My goal is to bring the most authentic Jason I can to the screen. That's what I've always done, and that's what I will continue to do, he affirmed. His dedication to the role has not gone unnoticed, even by those who may not agree with the current direction of the storyline. Many recognize that as an actor, he does not have control over the scripts, yet he continues to approach each scene with the same passion and commitment that he has brought to Jason for decades. This level of dedication is why, despite the skepticism surrounding the plot, many fans are still willing to follow the story and see where it leads. The ongoing debate over Jason's new arc is a reflection of how deeply fans are invested in General Hospital and its characters. While some feel the storyline is a misstep, others see it as an opportunity for Burton to bring a fresh perspective to Jason's journey. Whether or not the storyline ultimately proves successful, one thing is certain: Burton's portrayal of Jason remains one of the defining elements of the show, and his presence continues to shape the emotional core of General Hospital. As the story unfolds, it will be interesting to see whether the writers refine Jason's arc to better fit his established character or if they double down on this unexpected twist. Regardless, Steve Burton's unwavering dedication ensures that, for better or worse, Jason's latest chapter will be one that fans won't soon forget.